Hey guys, welcome back to With a Y, and today I have an important update on the most important thing going on in the world right now, Hood and MrBeast photo edits. I literally covered this like 2 days ago, and I was talking about how there's like supposedly this image going around of MrBeast recreating the whole trend. If you don't know, quick refresher, this has been like the internet's collective obsession on TikTok at least for the last few days, maybe a week. You're getting like these meta memes of like, guys, I've been seeing this so much, now I think about it in my off time or while I'm taking a 15-minute piss at work to get out of my shift. Why you so quiet? What's on your mind? And take a guess. It basically just boils down to MrBeast putting on a chain and getting a perm. I said before, this is like a trend that's technically existed for at least like 7 years because they're the first one of these types of edits I remember seeing all the way back then, and how stark of a contrast it is with like all the stuff he does now. But the main thing in the last video that kind of got left unresolved was if MrBeast had fully committed to riding this trend yet. There was this image going around that I'm pretty sure at this point it was a fake, saying that he was trying to recreate the trend, and I'm gonna be honest, even if that was real, he was doing a pretty bad job of it. But I can confirm now that he has officially recreated it by showing the behind the scenes process of him suiting up.
The things I do for TikTok trends. What am I wearing?
Yeah, MrBeast debuts new look after taking advice from Cenat, and I want you guys to watch that discussion with me because it happened live on stream. One thing you'll notice throughout looking at MrBeast's attempts to copy this trend and his discussions with Cenat is that there's just a certain amount of white boy you can't take out of him when he's doing something like this. Like, for instance, the way he's holding his phone right here. He's doing like the T-Rex hand where he's gripping his phone directly from the sides instead of supporting it with his pinky under it to make it a tad more photogenic. These are criteria I'm completely making up, by the way. I just thought it was funny, but if he has to do this with like a normal sized iPhone, imagine what I'm gonna have to do when I have to upgrade from my iPhone 13 mini. My hands are too small for this. Anyways, the Kai convo.
MrBeast is calling me right now. I'm live, by the way.
Have you seen the Hood MrBeast trend on TikTok?
This is almost always one of the most humiliating parts of being a content creator, where like, it doesn't matter if you're talking to your friends who are completely outside of content creation or your other friends like who might also be creators. Hey, have you seen the thing that's about me online? You feel like such a dork, man. I always feel like such a dork whenever I do, because it's like, why would anybody, what normal person assumes that like, yeah, there's this thing going online about me. Have you heard of it? That's not a critique of MrBeast, that's just my own personal insecurities. Anyways, also, quick note, I know I've been hyping up like the next few days as being the last you can get my YouTubes, but I lied. You guys have been really supportive of the launch so far, and because I was sick for a week and just couldn't plug it at all, YouTubes was kind enough to give me a week extension so you guys can get your hands on it if you didn't get to at this point. So if you guys didn't get the YouTubes figure yet, there's still a week left to get it. Thank you very much to anybody that does. It's much appreciated if you do.
What, like you like in the gas station, or you in like a Montclair coat and stuff with tattoos?
Yeah.
Yep.
People keep asking me to do it. Do you have any advice how I could be Hood?
Oh man, there's the middle class in MrBeast coming out. He's like, Kai, I need your help. How do I be Hood? And you know, respect to Kai, after a brief laugh at how funny of a sentence that is to come from a guy like MrBeast's mouth, he locks in pretty quick and gives him some like advice on how to like get that shit on though.
Can I tell you what to like to wear?
Yeah, help a boy out.
He's like, help a boy out, Kai. I never have this shit on. Hundreds of millions of views, and I'm always dressed like a middle schooler. I'm contractually obligated to wear my merch for maximum brand awareness. I don't know what to do.
Tips, okay? Go get you Montclair coat.
Okay, Montclair coat. If you guys don't know, Montclair is like a luxury fashion brand, and this is the type of shit that like most people will never be able to reasonably afford in their life. I could technically buy it, I guess, but it would be really irresponsible. That is over a month's rent I'm dropping on a shit like this, man. I don't think I could justify that purchase.
Black or red. Cop you some purple jeans. They have to be tight though.
Cop some purple jeans. They need to hug your ass, MrBeast. MrBeast, I need you to put on jeans that hug your ass. To be clear, he's not talking about like literally purple jeans. Purple is the name of a brand. In fact, it's kind of crazy. I've never seen an actually purple pair of purple jeans. I guess if you mix the red and the blue on this one, it makes purple.
Leave the tag on it. Do not remove the tag. Leave the tag on it. Do not pop the tags on that jeans. Leave every tag of that purple on it.
I know that's for true, man. What's that Key and Peele sketch where like it's basically like these two dudes going band for band, but in how cool the hat they're wearing is, and they kind of just escalate showing how legit they are by not taking the tags off and then eventually preserving them in like a shadow box. Like this dude had all the tags on his hat still to show that it was legit, and then like Jordan Peele kept his in the vacuum sealed bag just so people knew that it was fresh off the shelf. And eventually these motherfuckers are just wearing like entire museum exhibits on their head. Literal sweatshop carried around with him, man. He putting that shit on his neck. Anyways, back to Kai.
How about this?
Okay.
I've got some fits here. Can I FaceTime you in like an hour and you tell me if it's good enough?
Yeah, I bet.
Man, I feel kind of bad because Kai was really ready for that question. Even if he was off the doming it, he gave MrBeast a full wardrobe to put on for the set of shit. And MrBeast is like, actually, no, I already went ahead and bought all of the outfits. I was hoping you could just tell me if these are good enough because I really don't want to do more than this. And you know what? Fair enough. Let's jump straight to what MrBeast ended up posting on Instagram with his different looks. First things first, I'll give him credit where it's due. He actually did something with his hair to match the edits better. And you can tell that he's mostly trying to recreate images we've already seen, like the looks that are already making their way around the internet. I know Jimmy Beast could absolutely afford it, but I'm not sure if those are just freshly minted $100 bills or if these are the fake prop ones that he probably has a bunch of for his videos already. Like, whichever seemed easier. Now, I have a major criticism of this sort of thing. Do you guys want to know a weird sixth sense or intuition I have that is, I'm gonna be honest, probably not really reliable, but I see it ringing in here? If you guys don't know, I have this thing called cosmophobia. It's the fear of like small metal objects and especially relevant to this case, jewelry mostly. It's an irrational fear. I don't know how I got it. I could probably do a full video on it at some point if you guys are interested what it's like. But the level of phobia I have with jewelry tends to change depending on how authentic the jewelry you're wearing is. I'm not gonna lie, like the smaller, like thinner, lower quality, like plastic or fake chains and stuff, they like make my skin crawl a lot more than real Cuban links that are dazzling like that. Like I still wouldn't wear like a really iced out legit chain that looks like Skittles in the light, but this stuff looks cheap, man, and it makes it feel like the bugs in my skin are just dancing around in there, just having a good old time. I really think even if he was only gonna rent it, MrBeast should have dedicated himself to getting like some nice shit, at least for the photo shoot, man. I will say though, hair can change so much about like a person. Like MrBeast's jawline looks so much stronger in this than it usually does. I think this is by far his best recreation. The side angle plus the earring with the hundreds visible in his lap in the private jet he definitely has access to because we see him or hear about him use it all the time. The Voss water is a nice touch. And I think he recreated the most easily accessible fit to most people where it's like the black hoodie underneath, you don't really need to be able to tell what brand it is, the another jacket on top, that hat. Like I think this one looks clean. This is the one I would end up putting like either as my Instagram profile picture if I was MrBeast and decided to go full hype beast with how I like brand myself, or I'd put it on like a dating profile. Like this is a hard photo. I gotta give it to this one above all. Same outfit here, and I'm getting the same vibes from the bracelet. Like it's just like some about it is just screaming off to me. Also, like trying to recreate this trend with this dork ass phone case, man. I like how he looks with this hair. I think it actually genuinely works on him, man. I am now realizing how humble and genuine you actually are, to be honest. Now, the thing that went along with this trend is people like making TikToks about all these AI photos making the rounds. Low key, MrBeast looks really like attractive or good looking in this. And then you had people coming out the woodwork to say, nah, y'all are behind. He always been fine.
Is that?
I gotta be honest, anybody with like the balls to put themselves in rapids like this, there's like a level of attractiveness to me that comes with the confidence to do any of that. I think that part's cool. I don't know, man. He even had some flicks that looked pretty good when you more associated him with the type of white boy who would like wear a Triforce shirt and some cargo shorts together. And you know, I am like wondering how I feel about this internally because I did just make a video talking about how like people talk about creators and sexualize them like they aren't people, disregarding a lot of the time when some of them will explicitly say their wishes are to not do that. I said for myself, I don't care, draw porn of me, whatever, I pop ass on the timeline, that's the deal. But MrBeast has like done, not on the level that I have, but like in a similar vein, he's posted pictures of his gains, which I don't think were explicitly meant as a thirst trap. It's as much motivation as it could be like, hey guys, look at my awesome new giant pecs. And here he's actively playing into the version of himself that people have been headcanoning as hot if he actually existed, and this is the closest we'll get. One of my favorite reversals of this though is people saying alternate universe MrBeast edit, where he actually looks like those AI photos of quote unquote Mr. Lean normally.
Is that?
And if you hear this as I go,
Oh my god, dude, the comparison between the two side by side, like when you go with him like looking like hard as shit, to a guy who sounds like, hey guys, what's up? Did you guys start the party early without me? Is there any slices left? Wide ass smile with no raised eyebrows, man. That was a thing as a kid. I got told I just like didn't know how to smile correctly because I didn't do. I was told what I was doing when I smiled for pictures was wrong. I had to teach myself to have the eye. I had to teach myself how to let that light reach my eyes when I show the pearly whites. Overall, this is just like a generational leap in quality over the supposed hood MrBeast IRL recreation that we were talking about last week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you have any thoughts on the, I don't know, journalistic ethics of something like this. If you have any video topics, you can send that to the kwytebox email in the description. Anyways, piss off.